This room is the biggest mess it's ever been. So let's organize this Disney fandom Star Wars collection together. Cause like lately we've been doing a lot of theme parks, a lot of big outings, but today we're gonna come back down and chat together, declutter together, and just have a chill time together. If you're new here, my name is Tracy, and this is my video diary of life as a fangirl. This is a little bit embarrassing, but we're gonna do a before and just look at the extent of what we're dealing with here. I just got back from the trip that was in the last vlog. Some of that is still left on the floor here, but the goal is to clean up everything that's on the floor. Oh my goodness, dude. It is just getting worse and worse as I turn the camera around. Got a little bit started here with a new vanity, which I'm very excited to show you guys. I got this from IKEA and it was $99, but it is amazing. There is a drawer on the one side, and the other side has a little secret trap door. I very much fit the messy older sister stereotype. I like to have things out so I can see like all my options when I'm doing stuff, but this is like literally perfect for me. Can keep my messiness out and about and then just close it when I'm done. Definitely recommend this if you're someone that likes to see your stuff out also. I've been collecting maps and stickers and little tickets and stuff with the hope of making, I feel like a lot of people call it a junk journal, but these things are not junk to me, so it feels kind of disrespectful to call it that. A scrapbook, some sort of little book to keep stuff like this in. If you've made a scrapbook or a journal like that, let me know what you used because I would definitely like to know. This pouch has been the home of bag charms. Like I said, everything is just all over the place right now. Got a whole bag with one of these bag charms. I got this plushie secondhand on Mercari for like $3 and just sewed a little keychain thing on top. The bagu I'm very excited about. I found this in downtown Disney. The best thing about this is that the magic key discount applied. If you're a bagu person and have a magic key, definitely check that out. Next, I think we're gonna dive right into the ears. I think the goal with the ears is to organize them by color. Some of them I think I am going to rehome. This little Baymax Munchling one might be the first one. As cute as they are, I just don't find myself wearing them that much. So I'm gonna try to find homes for the ones I don't want to keep in my collection within the Disneyland community. Tokyo Disney Baymax, definitely a keep. I'm just obsessed with how cute this one is. Stormtroopers, still the only build your own headband that I've done so far. Haven't done an outfit with these yet, so I definitely want to keep these. Black sequin ears on a black sequin bow. I just think it's so pretty and so cute. And I must say another one of my favorites is this Bauble Bar pair of ears. Bejeweled Halloween colors with a velvet bow. Part of me is like already counting down to Halloween. I think this year it starts in August at the parks, which is gonna come up very fast. Let me know what your favorite season at the parks is. Halloween is definitely mine. So I have a couple ears that I have decided to rehome. But I do have a small confession, which is that I bought 2 ears last month in May, which are the Padme Revenge of the Sith ears. Star Wars ears are one of my biggest weaknesses. Like ever since I got back from Tokyo Disney Sea, I feel like I've gone deeper and deeper into the Duffy and Friends rabbit hole. I was really regretting not getting ears there, but I did find this Gelatoni headband, which is actually from Hong Kong Disney. And it's kind of like the Baymax one where it looks like he's just sitting on top of your head. I thought that was really cute. Did my best to keep the colors together, so here is how we are looking. Next up, we've got bag charms. It's like barely visible in the frame here, but I still have the hook thing on the wall from the last organized video we did. I'm excited to say that we cleared a lot of the clutter off the top of this. The only things left are Baymax and a Death Star full of Doorables. I don't know if there's anything more me than this combination right here. Within this collection is a Baymax collection, and I kind of ended up dedicating a whole little box to Baymaxes. For the rest, I've got 2 baskets. One is kind of already occupied with fancier bag charms. Most of them are Halloween ones that I don't reach for that much. I'm kind of thinking to make a little Ewok village here maybe. This one was also a DIY bag charm. Sewed a little fabric with this hook thing on it. Mercari or eBay find for like $5. It's from Star Wars Weekends that used to be in Disney World. And I also have the Darth Vader Goofy, which I think is still on one of my bags. But this type of merch merch is like my favorite Disney merch. I wish that they made more stuff like this, but he is gonna go here with his Ewok friends. The rest might just fit in this basket. Just barely, it's gonna work. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, okay, so I was just putting the basket away and I was gonna put Donald and the Heartless scrunchie just out as like a Kingdom Hearts display. And guess who was just sitting in clutter on the other side of the room? So he is gonna sit right here with these guys. I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Floor update. Mostly cleared the disaster corner. Thank goodness. We've got books, stuff for the scrapbook, clothes that need to go into the closet, accessories and bags, and then the suitcase, which I just finished unpacking from the undercover tourist trip. This one is the one from Heroes and Villains, and I cannot recommend this one enough. I took this one to Japan also, and not only is it nice and sturdy, but the wheels glide like butter. It is amazing. Migrating to the other side of the room here, and I don't think I mentioned this already, but in case you might be new here, this is like my office / content creating room. So I keep a lot of my clothes in here. My closet, I also try to organize by color. The neutrals, grays, white, black, and then color on the other side. For the closet, we've got a bubble white maxi skirt. I found this at GU while I was in Tokyo, and instantly when I saw it, I thought it would be good for a Baymax outfit. The Stitch t-shirt that I DIY'd, which I think needs to be washed, so that is gonna go not in the closet. Thrift store overalls, definitely one of my favorite pieces to style and wear right now. Sheer jackets. A lot of the Tokyo girlies were wearing jackets like this, and of course it influenced me to get one. A couple more Disney ears, the Sabine Wren ones I painted, and then these 90s bejeweled ones that I did for the 70th. Sheer lace skirts, another thing the Tokyo girlies were wearing and I was influenced to buy there. Thrifted button-down blouse, another piece for the Baymax outfit, a Star Wars Rebels blanket, purple off the shoulder top, and the hoodie top that I DIY'd for the 90s night outfit, which may or may not have been just sitting on the floor since then. And with that, that brings us to the accessory case. And we have a visitor. What do you think of the room? The organizer I showed the last time, but it has these incredible little doors that open up on the sides. That's the bag pile, but the rest of these is what is gonna go into here. And Bree is like managing the situation here. So that is our next mini mission. One of the things I was most excited to organize is the pin collection. Like over the years, I've slowly collected some pins, and now recently I've gotten into mystery packs at Disneyland and kind of pin trading a little bit, which I did film a vlog of. Will probably come out after this one, so spoiler alert for some of the pins I've traded. But I did also pick up this little miniature pin board thing from Disneyland. They're like little foam boards. It comes with 3 of them, and they kind of smell like a sporting goods store, like sandals or shoes or something. So these are definitely gonna have to air out for a little bit. They also had this miniature binder pouch thing, which I almost got, but it does hold a lot of pins. And A, I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that level of pin trading. B, I feel like that would just get very heavy to carry. And here's kind of a better look at what these look like. It is very, very sturdy feeling. Thought these would be good for just taking a couple of ones that I want to trade to the parks. They fit perfectly in the little Tokyo Disney pouch so they don't get scratched. First, let's sort out what is going to be a keep and what's a trade. This little Loath Count one is so cute. From what I heard, this one's like kind of a common one, and not a lot of people want it, but I think it's very cute. Princess Leia. Chewie, the Star Wars ones for the most part are going to be definitely keeps. Dumbo I think is a trade. This one was from one of the mystery bags. The ugliest thing ever. Like, I'm so sorry, Jack, but this look is not cute. Definitely a trade. Tokyo Disney doesn't really do pins that much, but I do have a couple that I've gotten there, which I don't think you can trade here in the US. So I'm gonna make another category for those. The Scrooge one, I'm not sure if it's real or not. Tentatively putting it here, but if it is a fake one, I'm not gonna trade it because I don't want to put those out there. The other two boards I'm gonna keep for now, and a couple special ones like this one from the tour that we did. It's just so pretty and I think it deserves to be displayed. At home we have like a big shadow box thing with a collection of pins, and I think this one is going to go out there. The rest of this is the biggest mess of the mess, I think. But the goal here is to clear the desk as much as possible and to make a designated charging station, battery packs, phone, the camera I'm using, that kind of stuff. Like this, also this is only part of the mess because inside of the drawers also is not doing so good. A lot of these are craft supplies, notebooks, and stuff like that that I used for work. One thing I started this year that I cannot recommend enough is keeping a good news journal. Anytime something good happens in my life, I write it down in here. If I had a good day with friends, or if I achieved a goal, or I'm blessed with certain things, I will write it down in here with the dates and just be reminded of how many things I have to be grateful for mental health, for just your soul health. I definitely recommend doing something like this. I don't know why. I hear accessories in there. The jewel stuff I think will go with the jewelry supplies. A ribbon I forgot about has exactly a place to go. Thank goodness. Here is the after. So much stuff off the floor and so many things much more organized on the shelves. The desk is clear. We have a charging station. I'm so excited. The vanity area is clear. The floor is much more clear now. Almost, not quite 100%, but almost there. There's two spots that's still a little bit messy. The Jack Skellington bag here is kind of hiding a little bit of the mess. Tentatively here for now. The only other thing really left on the floor is the scrapbook pile, but luckily I have this little box that's like a memory box with a bunch of other stuff like this here until I find a good journal to put it all in. I feel so much better in like a clean and decluttered room. One of the next projects will definitely be the junk journal memory scrapbook thing with all of this stuff, but I'll definitely report back on that. I think that just about does it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one.